I lost a bet. And so I've got to do a painful shave. Chiseled Faces Cryogen, travel size, it's tiny. A brand new pack of feathers, the cat o' nine tails. Hey, just a quick note to say I shot this video 2 months ago, but it took me a while to get it edited, so sorry it took me so long, Joey. Hello everyone, welcome back into the Take Care Man channel. My name is Todd. If this is your first time, my goal in this channel is to equip men to take better care of themselves. So in this shave, I lost a bet. And so I've got to do a painful shave. So in one of the Facebook groups, I saw a friend of mine, Joey Alvarez, who actually sold a soap and splash to recently. He had his Seahawks gear on, and I knew that his Seahawks were playing my Falcons last Sunday, so I went in that Facebook group and did a live and basically challenged him to a shave. Loser has to shave the way the other guy wants the person to shave. And so what I proposed to him was either a weird shave, like we're mixing weird products, or a painful shave. My Falcons lost, and so Joy selected for me a painful shave. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. And so that shave is going to consist of Chiseled Faces Cryogen. I don't know if you can see the crystals that are in here. It's got a big hole there where I've dipped out a sample for someone. This is the strongest mentholated soap that I have. Before the Chiseled Face Cryogen, we're going to put in some ice pre-shave from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. That's also mentholated. So super mentholated shave. No alum, no witch hazel, no balm, but the cat o' nine tails. Now there's a tag going around right now, and I can't remember what it's called, and I don't think anybody's tagged me yet in it. But I love this stuff. It's one of my favorite aftershaves. And but as you know, it has the reputation of being painful. So we're going to do fire and ice. Let's call it a fire and ice shave, or ice and fire, because we're doing the menthol and then we're doing the cat o' nine tails. I actually proposed to him. I said, I'll do it with a Jim, with my Jim Jr. And he was actually kind and said, he called Jim Jr. a beast. And so when he gave me the conditions for my painful shave, he said, just do an open comb with a Kai or a feather blade. So this is a brand new pack of feathers. You can see I'm taking the plastic off of it here. So this is going to be a feather that has not had the initial sharpness worn off of it. This is going to be one that's still freshly sharp from the factory. I'm going to put it into my Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Copper Ascension Twist double open comb razor. We'll roll the pictures in now of where this, the head here, I don't know how well you can see it on this shot, but I'll show it to you on the up close shot. And here on the bottom of the handle, how it's lost some of its plating. And I actually emailed Fran, well, I emailed Phoenix, and Fran's the one who responded to my email. And they sent me a new razor, and you know, she said that they've not had trouble with this from anyone else. They haven't heard from anyone. But as you know, I use this razor quite a bit, in particularly the last part of last year and the first part of this year, as it's been my favorite razor. They wanted me to send this one back since they sent me a new one, and I understand that, but I kind of wanted to see what the copper silver alloy would look like with the copper electroplating worn off, because it's supposed to patina to like a black color, a super dark color, and I kind of wanted to see what that looked like over time. But I took the offer of the new razor, so I've got to ship this one I'm using here. I've got to ship to Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, ship back to Douglas and Fran. So I've put the fine into the double open comb copper razor. I decided to make this even a little more difficult, so I decided to use this, I think it's called the Mix Mini from Omega. It's a mixed badger and boar, and it's basically travel size. It's tiny, so it's kind of difficult to shave with anyway. So that's a self-imposed instrument of the painful shave for me. By the way, in the shave where I challenged Joey, I actually used the Sangre de Drago. So let's get in here to the ice pre-shave. I had the ice puck, and I still have it, and I really like it a lot. But I like the fact that these are in a tube and keeps it from getting on your hands. And the last thing you need when you're shaving is for your hands to be slick. And sure, you can wash it off, but I just find this method to be much more convenient. And this works quite well as a lather booster, so I'm going to leave it on and put the chiseled face Cryogen on top of it. Let's go a little Glen Helly mister here. Now let's go in here to the Cryogen. Strong stuff. My eyes will probably turn red during the shave and water. I actually like menthol. I don't mind it, but this one, it does. It'll make your eyes start watering a little bit and burning. By the way, this soap just starts to lather up pretty quickly, even when just loading. Getting a lot of proto lather off of here. Small brush, so it takes that long to load it. All right, so let's get in here and get this applied. This is a tiny, tiny brush, but it works great as a travel brush. Yeah, I definitely should have let it soak a little longer. A little scritchy as is. The handle gets lather on it pretty quickly and it gets pretty slick. By the way, these very mentholated soaps, you definitely notice them on the first pass, but the subsequent passes tend to be even more noticeable because you've taken off that first layer and now skin's a little more exposed, and definitely feels the menthol. All right, we're gonna call that adequate. Not very voluminous, but pretty small brush, and doing a face lather that we're gonna call that good enough. Looks like we got a shutter there on the brush. Yep. All right, so Phoenix Artisan Accoutrement Copper Ascension Twist with a brand new feather. My eyes are starting to feel it a bit. Yeah, my Falcons didn't play that well, although Russell Wilson played amazing. Falcons had them like in a 4th and long at one point, and they went for it. Well, I'll say it was more like 4th and 5 or 6 or something like that. The Seahawks went for it because they were right on that field goal versus punt range. And Russell Wilson threw a beautiful ball into the corner of the end zone to Metcalf on a 4th and 6. It was disgusting. But congratulations to Joey and the Seahawks for a nice win on the road. I joked on a post on my Facebook profile that the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta was basically empty because of COVID. So it was pretty much like any other game ever for the Falcons. I am a huge Falcons fan, but the city of Atlanta is kind of notorious as a fickle sports town. If their teams are not in the playoff hunt, if it's not the playoffs themselves, then they tend not to show up. But it was nice to be able to be there 3 years ago when they went to the Super Bowl, which they infamously lost to the Patriots. We don't even talk about that. But it was nice to be in the last two games in the Georgia Dome, playoff game against the Seahawks and then the Packers. And it was definitely packed out. One of the cool moments was they normally have, Samuel L. Jackson is a huge Falcons fan. He's from Chattanooga originally. And a lot of folks in Chattanooga are Falcons fans because it's just about a 2-hour drive to Atlanta from Chattanooga. And they always have a video of him telling the fans to rise up. It's, the Falcons motto. And so I always have that video recording. Well, they played it, so this was I'm thinking specifically about the NFC Championship against the Packers. And the roof was coming off the place. And then they basically panned to one of the luxury boxes, and there was Samuel L. Jackson, at the game, and the place really went crazy. It was pretty cool. All right, let's go across the green, second pass. Yep. Feeling the menthol a little bit. My eyes are watering. I don't know if you can tell. Probably not. Applied a little pressure there. Not smart. In the challenge shave that I did as a Facebook Live in the Rich Man Shaving Group, I told the story of how I went to the Seahawks game against the Falcons 3 years ago in the divisional round of the playoffs, and then the Cowboys lost to the Packers, which meant the Packers were coming to Atlanta to play in the NFC Championship. And I bought a ticket back in my hotel room in Atlanta because I live about 6 hours away from Atlanta. And we're staying the night after the game against the Seahawks. And so I got on there pretty quickly and got tickets when they went on sale on Ticketmaster. And I thought, I had purchased a ticket over the Falcons tunnel, but it was actually over the Packers tunnel. Oh, got myself there. Oh well, new feather, what are you gonna do? And so I thought, dang, I wanted one over the Falcons tunnel. And I said, you know what? These tickets just went on sale. This is a playoff game. The Packers travel well, meaning they have fans all over the place that come to the games. I think I can sell this ticket. And so what I did, because going to that second game wasn't really in our family budget, what I did was I posted it for basically enough money to cover the cost of that initial ticket, but also to cover my gas and food to the game. So I basically went to that game for free. I sold that ticket in a matter of 5 minutes on Ticketmaster for enough to cover ticket, gas, food, MARTA, pass, parking, the whole deal, and basically got to go to that game for free, which was a really nice way to enjoy it, knowing that I wasn't out. Yeah, I hate to sell a ticket for more than face value, but it's a market economy, and I really wanted to go to that championship game, and that just worked out. So it was serendipitous that I bought the wrong ticket initially. So I bought the correct one. I, obviously would have never tried to sell other one. Okay, whew, I am really feeling it now. Eyes are not red that I can tell, but man, am I feeling the menthol. All right, against the grain, third pass. Third pass. If it's your first time watching one of my shaves, I can't tend to make faces. When shaving, that's kind of my lazy way of stretching the face a little bit. It's honestly not something I do consciously. It's just kind of happens naturally. Yeah, got my chin there on that last pass. I have to do some alum after the cat o' nine tails. Okay, Lancaster towel action here. Freshly shaved with a new feather blade, open comb. Shake that up, get all the hotness up there. Definitely feel this menthol. I've never done cat o' nine tails right after a menthol shave, so we'll see what this is like. I've put a healthy amount in my hand. I think I can successfully show that to you without getting it all over everywhere. Okay. Okay, it's warming up. The way this usually does is you don't feel much at the beginning. It just feels like regular alcohol, but now it's like intense. It's kind of at its peak right now. It honestly feels like your face is like having a chemical burn, and I mean, it may be. I don't know if there's cinnamon in this or if there's a chemical that's supposed to burn. I really don't know. I've never read much about it specifically, what's in there to try to make it burn. Still burns, but I love the way this stuff smells. I bought the Captain's Choice Bay Rum soap and the balm based on the way this stuff smelled. I had it before I had anything else from Captain's Choice because, it had a reputation. I wanted to try it. I haven't tried Snake Bite from Fine, by the way. I need to try that. But I just love, this is my favorite Bay Rum smell. It's really deep and dark to me. Well blended, just rich, deep, dark Bay Rum, and I love it quite a bit. Yeah, now the basic burn is sort of gone away. Good shave overall. And congratulations, Joy. And I just wanted to have a little fun with, the start of the NFL season. I saw you had your Seahawks gear on, so I thought I'd put my face on the line. And so there's the painful shave. Honestly, it wasn't that painful, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. The menthol with the chiseled face Cryogen, and followed by the Captain's Choice cat o' nine tails with the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrement double open comb copper twist ascension that's got a long name razor with a brand new feather blade. That is the painful shave for me being a loser and betting on my Falcons against the Seahawks. So thanks for watching. Until next time, take care, man.